Hi, this is Tim of the 1916 Company. Welcome and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me, Team Mosso at the1916company.com for purchase, pricing, and availability questions concerning this watch. Today, we're discussing a model from Bethune of Lauberson, Switzerland, a model originally launched in 2013. This is the DB28 Skybridge. So the watch is part of the DB28 collection, which is defined by, among other things, variable geometry floating lugs, and it's made entirely of grade 5 titanium. 45 millimeters in diameter. It's thinner than it looks. It's 13 millimeters thick. 26 millimeter spacing between the lugs. And then we have these variable geometry ergonomic floating lugs. At full extension, 58 millimeters across. At full compression, 53.2 millimeters across. We'll throw it on my wrist, which is 16 centimeters in circumference, and you may be surprised to learn that despite being listed as a 45, it wears just fine on my wrist. Big, yes. Prominent, yes, but that is the aesthetic. This is not supposed to be a vanishingly small dress watch. The watch would probably wear just fine on a wrist as small as 16 centimeters circumference like mine, so think 16 centimeters circumference and up. And you can really see here how it is thinner than the sort of cylindrical profile and sheer edge would suggest. This will fit underneath most cuffs. Being made entirely of titanium and sapphire, it is a very, very light watch. We have an upscale factory strap, no crimping, no gouging, brand new. Small round scale gator on the bottom, large rectangular symmetrical scales on the top with a little bit of a distressed treatment. This is a very expensive strap, both because the top cut is one of the most expensive on the animal and because the bottom is gator and not calfskin. What's the point? Well, it costs a few $100s more, but a watch like this is worth it. The extra durability and longevity means the strap pays for itself. The buckle, Bethune branded. You can see it's grade 5 titanium like the case, and Bethune watches feature series-specific buckles. So this is the buckle you'll see on the 28s and the 27s that feature these open, airy, evacuated flying buttress-like lugs. So the buckle matches the case. The end of the lug, in each case, features a little torpedo tip, ogival, bullet, whatever you want to call them. This is a styling element that has been featured on most Bethune models since the very first DB1 chronograph, the first product launched in 2002. So that's a signature of the brand that collectors look for. We have a screw-down crown. The watch has 30-meter water resistance. The real reason the crown screws down is to protect it from accidental displacement or damage to the stem assembly by the moving lugs. Now, not every DB28 with a moon phase features a quickset mechanism, but the nice thing about this one is that it does have a quickset, and so I can fairly easily demonstrate to you. Let me just screw it back in. That's usually the way to go from the setting mode to engaging the quickset. There is an intermediate position that allows you to quickset the moon phase. So you can easily see it's a spherical moon with a bevel gear driven off a shaft from the movement. And the spherical moon is 1/2 blued steel, 1/2 white palladium. They both start white, and then they get heated over a bed of metal shavings on top of a brass plate over an oil-fired lamp, and the steel almost immediately turns blue. The palladium stays white. Now, aside from the fact that it's fun to play with when you're operating the quickset, it has an adjustment interval that is the same as a perpetual calendar moon phase, so once every 122 years once it has been set. The hands are customized for this model. You can see they're open, airy, basically skeletonized with polished tips, the better to allow you a view of what sits beneath. And what sits beneath is a concave, mirror-polished, and heat-fired grade titanium concave. And on top of that, you can see that the Skybridge represents the upward thrust of progress. That's what it is designed to represent. It's not designed to represent Star Trek, although many have appreciated the reference. Just the idea that Bethune is always striving for improvement. You can also see the use of globes of titanium acting as the hour indices, the distant stars represented by little white gold inserts on the dial, and then you can see Orion, the constellation, the hunter, created out of brilliant cut and set diamonds, of which there are several on the dial. Now, turning it all over, this is where things get a lot of fun. This is where I really find that de Bethune is fulfilling for me, because you can see on the reverse of this watch a twin barrel manual wind 6-day power reserve movement. So we've got two barrels and they are self-adjusting, so if you overwind them, they instantly release the extra stress and you cannot damage them. So 6 days of power reserve, a 4 hertz beat rate. You can see 1, 2, 3 shock protection springs, so the flanking springs and then Inca block at center. That improves both the durability of the watch, protecting it from damage, but it also improves the chronometry, that is the timekeeping. With the two barrels, not only do we get a very long power reserve, but a very flat torque curve for consistent or isochronous operation. The balance is one of at least 10 distinct patented balances by de Bethune. This is the 2010 patent, and it's my favorite de Bethune balance. A solid disc of silicon with an unbroken white gold rim. It has 3 purposes. 1, reduce the effects of temperature change on timing. 2, reduce the effects of aerodynamic drag on timing. 3, for the sake of chronometry, maximize the percentage of total mass in the rim of the balance as far out as possible, and that's been achieved. You can also see underneath that a silicon escape wheel of de Bethune's own design to reduce the need for lubrication and reduce friction. And then take a look at that hairspring. It's actually 2 pieces that are initially a flat hairspring of conventional design. They're then cut into 2 pieces, shaped by hand, and then micro-clamped back together to create a patented hairspring curve that breathes concentrically like an overcoil, but also sits flat like a flat hairspring, keeps the watch thin like a flat hairspring, and is more shock-resistant like a flat hairspring. Everything you see here is polished metal, with the exception of the media blasted baseplate. But you can see we have black polish, or poly noir, a level of optical finish so perfect that only from certain angles does it reflect light. From other angles, it turns black. But it's not that simple, as we have the bracket for the parachute, the full balance bridge, and then the cap to the baseplate, all fired blue to create that tonal contrast. So we have both mirror polishing and blue firing. If you look at the springs, you could see that they are micro beveled on their sides. If you look at the barrel bridge cap and the barrel bridge below, you can see you have 2 different layers of anglaged edges. You can also see that we have solarization on the ratchet wheel and the barrel covers, and that the ratchet wheel features micro beveled teeth. All of this deeply impressive decoration. Perhaps the most impressive piece is this bridge, which is both mirror polished and fully rounded. 2 traits in combination, typically associated with cost-no object finishing outfits like Grubel Forsey or Romain Gaultier, but de Bethune also does that, and they fire it blue for good measure. If you love this watch, reach out to Team Mosso at the 1916company.com for purchase and pricing details.